Okay, good morning, everyone. As you noticed, I'm not there. I'm sorry. I wish I was, but this is the best I can do. At least give you a video to follow along with, probably make fun of. That's okay. That's okay. I get it. I'd probably make fun of it too. I'm not here at school today because my mama got to come home from the hospital yesterday evening, but she's still pretty sick and pretty weak, and she needs to go back to the hospital today for a check-in with the doctor, and so I needed to take the day off to be with her. So we're going to try to still get as much of this done as we can, and hopefully this goes okay, and you're great for your sub, and we'll see what we can get through with this. And then you've got one more little task after we're done with this. So at this point, we are going to keep going with our first RACER, which is our interactive RACER that we started on Friday. Even though you were really sleepy and it was the day after Halloween, it's okay. So we already made it through here. If you don't have this open yet, go get it open. If you need the sub to pause the video, just let her know or him know, and go get this open. Okay, hopefully we all have this open on our computers. All right. Here's the question we were answering on Friday. How does the author of Death by Scrabble use irony? Use textual evidence to support your answer. Okay. We already took care of the restate. So if you look on slide 3, you should already have this. If you were gone on Friday, you're going to have to type really fast and hope that someone around you will help you. And if you don't get it, no biggie, I'll help you when I get back. Okay. Charlie Fish, the author of Death by Scrabble, uses irony. And then we're going to continue that statement on the answer. So slide 4. Uses irony in the story when the narrator chokes and dies on the letter B. This is ironic because the narrator hopes that his wife will choke on a B. You already did that by yourself on Friday. We did it together, but you pretty much got it because you're brilliant. When we left on Friday, if you go to slide 5, here's where we were. We know we have to use textual evidence to prove this answer. So we started with our citation. Every time we use a quote in a short constructed response, we have to sandwich it in. So think hamburger bun, right? Lead in, quote, lead out. My example that I used on Friday to help you remember this was, when it went viral, when the parents were throwing cheese on their kids' faces to get them to stop crying. That's what it would be like if you just threw a quote in the middle of your response without sandwiching it. So we don't want to do that. So the first thing we've got to do is lead in. And we already kind of got that a little bit on Friday. We said according to the text, so we chose this one. Now that we're here, we need to add our quote, so our citation. I'm going to have the sub pause the video here in just a second when I make a stupid face. I want you to pause the video and everyone go find the quote that you want to use that really supports this evidence, the quote directly from the text, and type it in here. Once that's done, let your sub know that you're all kind of done with it and you got it figured out, and then start the video again. Okay? Here comes the dumb, stupid face. So pause it here. Okay, hopefully you paused it. If you didn't, pause it now. All right, I already got this ready, so I'm going to go ahead and change this. Here's the quote I chose. I hope that if they are bees, they fly into my wife's throat. Okay, so this is directly from the text. If you didn't choose this same exact quote, that's okay. This is what we're working with. If you want to change yours to this, you can, or you can keep yours and keep explaining it. So now that we have the lead in and the quote, I'm going to do like we did on Friday, and I'm going to copy this whole thing. I'm going to go to slide 6. And if you look here, okay, Marin, now we have the bottom bun, because the bottom bun is actually the E of RACER. Lead in, quote, lead out. So we're going to choose one of these sentence starters. I like this evidence is important because, and then we're going to explain it. So I went ahead and did that. I'm going to reveal to you what I typed. and then you can take a look at what you might want to do. So I put, this evidence is important because it shows the narrator's reaction to a group of buzzing insects in the beginning of the story. He hopes they're bees that choke his wife. This is ironic because the narrator dies in the end because of the letter tile B. Okay, so it's a little bit repetitive from the beginning, but I'm still explaining this evidence and why this quote proves the irony. I'm going to give you a second. You can either type this the way it is or type your own version. I'm going to make another stupid face and have the sub pause it. Okay, hopefully you paused it. Got this ready? All right, last thing we've got to do now is the last R. So you need to go ahead and copy all this again. We're building it piece by piece. Come here and paste it here. I've already got it going on. So our R is the conclusion. So it's really easy. We're going to choose one of these sentence starters, and we're going to restate what we've already been talking about. I'm going to use as I've proven. So take a look what I did here. As I've proven, Charlie Fish, the author of Death by Scrabble, so notice I'm restating all of this important stuff from the prompt itself. The author of Death by Scrabble uses irony when he kills the narrator off at the end of the story instead of the wife. Good old Charlie. All right, I'm going to give you a second to type that up. I guess you can pause it again if you want. Then we're going to copy all of it, and we're going to go to the last slide and paste it in, and boom. We have our entire RACER response with a restate and answer. Actually goes all the way to here. This is all our restate and answer. You can be highlighting this with me if you want. We have our lead in, which is purple. We have our quote, which is blue. What the heck did I just do? Did not make that blue. That is definitely green, actually. There we go. Oh, crap. Okay. We have our cite. Now we have our explain. That is green. And then we have our restate and sum up. So if we look at it, look at that beautiful RACER response that we just created together. Okay, so now that that's all done, we've walked through it, we've practiced it, you're going to do it on your own. So I need you to go to Google Classroom with me. If you need to pause, you can, or everyone can just get here, I'll show you. So this is what's posted for you today in Google Classroom, as you've already seen because you already opened this. You're going to open your RACER 2 choice board. When you get this open, it looks like this. So I've given you 4 choices for your next prompt. You get to decide. One prompt is about examination day. One prompt is about 11. One prompt is about Girl Can't Dance. And one prompt is about Southpaw. You're going to read each of these and decide which story you would like to write a RACER about. Once you've decided, you can find Examination Day, 11, and Southpaw in your reading tab if you've kept up with them. If you choose the Girl Can't Dance prompt, I posted the link for you right here in Google Classroom. Just log in with Google, and that's where you can find your text for that. The rest of them will be in your toolbox. Once you've chosen your prompt, let's say I want to write about Examination Day, you're going to copy it from here and paste it here. That's the prompt. Paste it here. Then you're going to write your RACER response here. If you want to use this, keep it open, use the notes. You also have the paper version of these notes. Or if you would like to plan out your response with this graphic organizer first, you can, and then do a final draft here. So that is your job today. Choose your prompt, write your own racer. Here are your tools.